Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. We are still on our Photoshop tutorials with me, Hoodbrook, and today I'm going to take you through a very short and simple tutorials. Basically, we're going to learn something about the displacement in Photoshop. So to begin, I'm going to open Photoshop, which I've already done. Yeah, and I'm going to upload the image I'm going to use for my displacement. So to do that, I'm going to go to File, then Open. So I now grab my image, then click on Open. Okay guys, so I have my image in Photoshop now, and I'm gonna fit the image to the frame size using the shortcut key Ctrl+0. And the next thing to do is apply my displacement settings to this image, and to do that I'm gonna apply my Gaussian blur, and to do that I'm gonna go to Filter, then Blur, then Gaussian blur. Guys, make sure your radius is at 1.0, then click OK. Yeah, so the next thing I would also do is make sure I have my image in black and white, and to do that I'm going to go to my adjustment settings. If you can't find your adjustment settings, you can actually go to Windows, then Adjustments, or you could actually find your adjustment setting below your layer. Click, then go to your hue and saturation, then turn your saturation all the way down to -100. So now I'm going to save this displacement settings. So I'm going to go to File, then Save As. Then I'm going to make sure I still have my save as type in Photoshop PSD. Then I'm going to change my file name to displacement. Then save it on my desktop. Save. Okay. So guys, I now have my displacement settings saved. So the next thing I'm going to do is close it. Then reopen my image. Going to File, then Open. So I'm going to grab my image, then Open. Okay, fit back to the frame size. So guys, I'm actually going to use the image I'm going to displace today. And one thing about the displacement is actually is trying to wrap something around something else, and this displacement actually works better if your image has no background. So to do that, I'm going to grab my logo, or you could actually use your text if you know you don't have any image that has this transparent background. So I'm going to grab my logo, then drag it to Photoshop, then okay guys, I'm gonna apply my displacement settings to this image, and before I do that, I have to make sure I have my image in a smart object. And if you could see below my layer, you could see this symbol, which means I have my image in the smart object. But if you can't see it, you have to right click on your image, then convert to smart object. So I'm now going to apply my displacement settings, and to do that I'm going to go to Filter, then Distort, then Displace. Okay, so choose your displacement Photoshop PSD file, then Open. Okay, so guys, after I applied my displacement settings to my logo, if you could see what is happening, the image is trying to take the form of the background, and it doesn't look cool this way. So you're now going to apply your effect so this image looks so cool on my background. So there are many ways to go about this. You could actually go to your settings, that's your blending options, maybe change it to something like overlay or soft color, then it could pick the form. But this doesn't look so cool. I'm going to show you something different which actually looks so cool. So to do that, I'm going to make sure I have my fill all the way to 0, right click on my image, then go to my blending options. Yeah, so I'm going to choose a color overlay for my logo. Yeah, I'm going to use this blue. Then guys, make sure change the blending options. Actually it has to be normal, but I've been using this Photoshop blending options linear bend so far. So if you have your blending mode options to normal, try to change it to something like your linear bend, then opacity all the way to 100. Yeah, so guys, if you could see, this is actually looking more cooler than what I actually saw before making the settings. So the next thing I'm going to do is apply this bevel and emboss effect. So click on bevel and emboss, and make sure you have your style on emboss, then your depth 1%, I think it's okay, and your direction make sure it's down, so it's going to have this effect. I mean, it's going to communicate with your light source. Then my angle, I'm going to change my angle to 45 degrees. Then yeah, have my highlight mode on color dodge, and also have my shading mode on overlay. Then I click OK. Okay guys, so if you can see what have happened, I've been able to wrap my image around my background. So this is what the displacement tool actually does. And guys, I think this is what I have for you today. So until we meet again, it's bye bye.